I was born in 1936 in June in Vienna in Austria, and we lived at that time in the 14th district in Vienna, and it was a fairly normal sort of upbringing. I had a nursemaid. We were a middle-class family. My father was a doctor, and he'd had his first post. He worked for the National Health Service, and he had his first post, I think about a year or a year and a half before I was born. I have an older sister, but he was still doing his residency at the hospital when she was born. So we were fairly newly moved to this apartment that we lived in, which also had his office. And we were looked after by a nursemaid, whom I was very fond of, I am told. I don't remember this bit. So she looked after my sister and I, and all was progressed normally, as it were, until Hitler, well, you can use several phrases. Invaded Austria. He annexed Austria, is the way the Nazis put it. He walked in. He was unopposed, I have to say. The Austrians seemed, I am told, to have been fairly delighted that he came. So there was some argy-bargy after the war as to whether Austria was one of the first victims of Nazism or whether they were actually part of it and compatriots. But that's another story. And 2 days after this, the Anschluss, which I think was on the 11th of March, by the 13th of March, 1938, we had lost the apartment. My father had lost his job. My father was Jewish. My mother was Catholic. Neither one of them was religious, but that was the religion that they were born in. But because my father was a Jew, he lost the job, we lost our flat. And it was fairly obvious that we had to get out because we had no livelihood and no place to live.